is the greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect increases the temperature of the air by trapping heat in our atmosphere. This keeps the temperature of the earth higher than it would be if direct heating by the sun was the only source of warming. When sunlight reaches the surface of the earth, some of it is absorbed, which warms the ground, and some bounces back to space and heat. Greenhouse gases that are in the atmosphere absorb and then redirect some of this heat back towards the earth. The greenhouse effect is a major factor in keeping the Earth warm because it keeps some of the planet's heat that would otherwise escape from the atmosphere out to space. In fact, without the greenhouse effect, the Earth's average global temperature would be much colder and life on the Earth, as we know, it would not be possible. The difference between the Earth's actual average temperature, 14 degrees 57.2 Fahrenheit, and the expected effective temperature just without sun radiation, 19 degrees minus 2.2 Fahrenheit, give us the strength of the greenhouse effect with each 13 degrees. The greenhouse effect is a natural process that is millions of years old. It plays a critical role in regulating the overall temperature of the Earth. The greenhouse effect was first discovered by Joseph Reinen in 1827, experimentally verified by Joy Tyndall in 1861, and quantified by Stephen Arrhenius in 1896.
What causes the greenhouse effect? The greenhouse effect is caused by the interaction of the sun's energy with greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and fluorine gases in the air atmosphere. The ability of these gases to trap heat is what causes the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases are made of three or more atoms. This molecular structure makes it possible for these gases to trap heat in the atmosphere and then remit towards the surface, which further warms the air. This continuous cycle of trapping heat leads to an overall increase in global temperatures. This process, which is very similar to the way a greenhouse works, is why the gases that can produce this effect are collective now as greenhouse gases.
How does the greenhouse affect? To understand exactly how the greenhouse effect works, imagine the following. A warm, sunny day where the sun shines bright on the earth. This sunlight shortwave radiation passes in the planet's atmosphere and warms the earth. Part of this energy is absorbed by the Earth's surface, transformed into heat, long-wave radiation, and radiated back towards space.
But at this heat, it goes off through the atmosphere. Some of this trapped by the different greenhouse gases and doesn't escape into space. This in turn warms up the Earth's atmosphere, just like the windows of a greenhouse that lets light in that keeps the earth with to the warm the plants growing inside.
Some of the heat can escape into space. It continues to add up which the warmth of the earth. This is what we call the greenhouse effect. So the more greenhouse gases you have in the atmosphere, the more heat stays on Earth. If the amount of energy from the sun and the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere remain the same, then the average temperature on Earth will also be constant. But this is no longer the case. The amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere is the highest it has been at the last 3 million years. That 5/6, this is extending the greenhouse effect and making the earth warmer than normal, which is affect the planet's weather patterns, creating global warming.
First, don't waste electricity, water, gas, and in general, all natural and non-renewable resources. Second, separate solid waste according to its type, glass, paper, aluminum, etc., to facilitate its collection and recycling.
Third, use of material like recycled paper, vehicles that work with non-polluting energy, wind energy, replacement of traditional bulbs, yellow lights by energy-saving light bulbs, white light, etc. And the last one is don't use polluting products such as aerosol containing CFC, detergents, etc.